Are you looking to make a serious run at losing weight and improving your health? I'm sorry to break this to you, but there's a very good chance that you're going about it completely wrong. Let me explain. See, when most people decide they want to lose weight, for good this time, they go about it in a way that sets them up for failure. But I've been a coach in the weight loss and health space for over 25 years, and I can tell you with 100% certainty, the people who struggle the most with finding long-term success almost always try one of the following three approaches. So number one, they jump right into some really strict diet, be it Atkins or paleo or keto, Whole30, or some other cleanse or detox. Now, they will see some initial weight loss during the first few months, but then the diet becomes just too hard to stick to, and they fall back into their old eating habits and ultimately regain the weight they lost, plus even more sometimes. Number two, they set outcome goals like lose 30 pounds, but then they don't set up any detailed strategies behind that to help them reach that goal. Or number three, they vow to take up running or join a gym or just eat cleaner in hopes that this proclamation will magically spin them into some healthy regime that they will never look back on. Now, does any of this sound familiar to you? See, the common theme here is that people will set a weight loss or health or fitness goal, jump right into some rigid diet or rigorous exercise plan, and then just kind of hope for the best. But then they almost always throw in the towel after a month or two. What's even worse is that many people repeat this cycle, either with the same extreme diet or exercise program, or they jump on some new shiny trend over and over again for years in some cases. And truthfully, this makes me a little sad knowing that this is so common. But what about the people that are able to see consistent progress? How are some people able to lose weight, improve their health and fitness, and maintain those results for the rest of their lives? Well, you see, successful people don't focus on goals. They build skills. That's right. There are a handful of skills that you need to learn if you want to enjoy long-term success when it comes to losing weight and improving your health and fitness. I'm talking about skills that will last you a lifetime. I like to call them meta skills. They're pretty simple to learn and incorporate into your life. I'm going to share two of the big ones with you today. The first meta skill is cooking. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, this is hardly groundbreaking, Mike. I kind of already know how to cook every day. In fact, I would love to cook less, not more. You know what? I'm already super busy and have limited time as it is to feed myself, let alone my family. And trust me, I hear you. I'd prefer to do less cooking myself. There have been countless times over the years when the very last thing I wanted to do was meal prep. I get you. I hear you. I'm here for you. But here's the thing. We all need to eat, right? And unless you can afford a private chef or you have access to healthy made-for-you meal service every day, you're going to have to cook at some point, especially if you want to ensure you have enough good quality food that's going into your body to help you achieve your weight loss goals. So the goal here is to learn enough of the basics of healthy cooking and prep that you will be able to create and recreate meals that are fast-ish, healthy-ish, and tasty-ish. You aren't looking to compete on one of Gordon Ramsay's shows here. You are looking for competence, not expertise. Personally, this is something I'm still working on myself. Just ask my kids, they'll tell you all about my culinary shortcomings. But no matter how good at cooking you are, your kitchen skills won't help you one bit unless you nail the very basic first step, which is solid grocery shopping habits and meal planning. That's right. Without these things in place, your basic cooking effort won't even get off the ground. This means, number one, ensuring that you have a weekly grocery shopping and prep habit in place. And two, knowing in advance what you want to cook and having a list of ingredients ready. So make sure you set aside some time every week to do this. This is super, super important. Now you might be wondering, but how am I supposed to find time to do all of this cooking? All right, well, I have two tried and true strategies for making meal prep more efficient. Okay, here it is. Number one, cook things in bulk. And number two, one-pot dishes. There it is. The easiest thing you can do for healthy meal prep is ensure that basic protein components are in place and they are appetizing. So you can either bake or barbecue a batch of proteins, so you can add them to salads or stir fries, or just eat them as a standalone in a pinch. Then make larger quantities of this, enough to give you and your family several meals worth, okay? You can add spices and lower calorie sauces such as salsas or sriracha or balsamic vinegar to add flavor. Experiment, go nuts with it. But here's a very important thing to remember. Like with most things in life, mastering this will take practice. Experiment with different meals, flavors, and cooking methods. And just like anything you want to learn in this day and age, ask the internet. Cooking is a huge niche, and there are countless YouTube channels that can show you how to make easy and healthy meals. You could probably watch cooking videos on YouTube all day, every day for the rest of your life and still never get through all of them. Needless to say, lack of information will not be an issue for you here. Just look up easy, high protein, low calorie, one pot dishes in your YouTube search engine and see what you might find that sounds yummy. You really only need to master about 3 to 5 dishes that most of your family will enjoy, and you can put these on repeat. And I guarantee your skills will strengthen with each attempt. Now, speaking of strengthening, the second meta skill I want to talk to you about today is strength training. Okay. So what do I mean when I'm talking about strength training? Well, in case you're unfamiliar with the term, lifting weights might create a better picture for you. This could be using free weights or machines at the gym, or resistance bands or bodyweight movements at home. Basically, any type of movement that is going to challenge your muscles in a way that will cause them to grow bigger and stronger. Now, I know some of you might be hesitant about diving into this, but you want to know the truth? Okay, here it is. Strength training is by far one of the best investments you can make in your health and your health span. In addition to making you stronger, resistance training increases bone density, it enhances metabolic health, it improves insulin sensitivity, blood pressure, cholesterol levels, decreases inflammation, and improves cognition and mental health. Pretty sweet deal, right? It will also bolster functional independence as we age, so more years out of a nursing home. Strength training is for everyone, and it should be mandatory and non-negotiable component of anybody's weekly routine if you want to live a high-quality life, especially as you age. If you're not currently strength training though, don't hit the panic button, it's all good. But I do highly recommend that you start as soon as possible or restart if you've fallen off the routine. Strength training doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be in a gym. You can look into joining a gym if there's one nearby, but basic at-home setups will do just fine. So resistance bands, body weight, and a mat is a great start. So when you're ready to expand your skills and add more components, you can add some dumbbells or kettlebells and a bench. I recommend lifting at least 2 times a week, preferably 3, using all of your major muscle groups. Programming and exercise selection can be a pretty big topic and definitely something I plan on discussing in more detail in a future video. But don't wait around for my video to come up on this topic. Just with cooking, the internet can be a great guide here. Just go on YouTube and search for beginner full body workouts and you'll find plenty of options to get you started. But whatever you decide to do, I recommend keeping things as simple as possible. And a well-rounded program will address 5 basic movements. So you've got pulling movements, you've got squatting and lunging movements, you've got pushing movements, and you've got hinging movements, so aka deadlifting, and core movements, both creating and resisting rotation. And if you're unfamiliar with any of these terms or need some visual explanations on what movements to do, again, search YouTube. There's some great resources out there for you. You can put together a simple program with all of these components and try to work on the things that you feel are your weakest areas and weakest links. And you can do anywhere from 1 to 4 sets of 4 to 20 repetitions of each, reaching close to failure. Now, just move in a comfortable and controlled manner and make sure there is no acute or instant unusual pain anywhere in your body when you're starting. But again, you might be wondering, when am I supposed to do this? When am I going to have time to do this? To be honest, do it at whatever time works best for you. It could be first thing in the morning. It could be during your lunchtime. It could be on weekends. Just get it done. Even if you only have 15 minutes, that's something. You can make a good routine out of 15 minutes, but whatever you do, make some time to do it. And when it comes time to time management, that's another very important skill that you'll need to master when you want to lose weight and improve your health for good. But I am going to save that for a future video. In the meantime, do not forget to check out my free coaching resources linked in the description below. And I go into even more detail on the essential things that you need for a healthy and sustainable weight loss plan. So let's see you next time.